Tonight on KGW News, two Portland favorites forced to shut down.
You know, it's kind of like the whole world has gone through like a midlife crisis.
What the owners point to that's keeping customers away. Also tonight, more money than they know what to do with.
You have the power to save many lives. It's just a flick of your pen.
So why did this discussion from county leaders quickly go nowhere?
Right now, there's no guardrails. We are just like all over the place.
And later, a lawyer takes a stand against courtroom discrimination.
Just kind of was like, I'm sick of letting other people have that power.
How a black public defender says she was treated in her mostly white workplace. Good evening, everyone. We begin with the latest signs of a struggling city. The mayor bowing out of another term, county commissioners sparring over scheduling when they're supposed to be figuring out the homeless crisis, and a pair of business owners who say they can no longer make it work in the Rose City. So let's start there with our Catherine Cook, who talked to those shop owners about their tough decision to close their doors.
There are some places in Portland
I used to come here a ton when I was younger.
where if you know, you know.
Like Pied Cow hasn't like ever really advertised.
The Pied Cow Coffee House on Southeast Belmont.
And I used to spend a lot of time here, brought my daughter's mother here on some of our early dates.
I had some great dates here, some really terrible dates here.
A special place to a lot of people because it's kind of like one of the last weird Portland spots.
Jimmy Chen started working here 20 years ago. A decade later, he bought the place. Now, he's getting ready to close it for good.
You know, a lot of this is pretty much because of the pandemic.
Chen says they held on for the first couple years. Loans and scaling back on staff helped. He hoped this would be the year they'd bounce back. It wasn't.
And we've always just kind of had like steady foot traffic, and the weekends have always been kind of pretty strong. And right now, like the weekends and weekdays, you can't really tell a difference. And
Sunday will be their last day. The old Victorian house is for sale. So are all the quirky trinkets inside. Nick Joslin came in to buy one.
It's really unfortunate to see how many Portland classic places are going down. It's just one after the next.
Just a mile away on Southeast Hawthorne,
We really tried to stay in business as long as we could.
Jacaiva's Bakery and Chocolatier is also preparing to close.
We love our customers, and it's going to be very difficult for us.
Laura Boscool's parents opened Jacaiva's in 1985. She too cites the pandemic and crime for never fully recovering. She says they've lost about half their business in the last few years.
Portland small businesses are struggling, and we're no different. It's just very hard right now in this environment.
I'm just waiting for her to get back. For customers like Lori Rice, it's upsetting. Jacaiva's made her daughter's wedding cake.
I'm so sorry that, it's just turned, so many businesses are losing, and we are losing.
Jacaiva's will stay open till they run out of supplies, likely in October. They aren't taking any new custom orders, but Laura says they'll make good on those already promised. She'll cherish every celebration they were ever a part of.
Thank you doesn't even cover it. We're going to miss our place at the party.
We saw so many customers come through both businesses today, each with special memories. I posted the news on social media and was also flooded with stories. One couple shared that they had their first date at the Pied Cow 22 years ago. Wow. And David, the owner of Jacaiva, says she's going to keep her customers up to date on social media so no one is caught off guard when it's finally time to close their doors.
I guess that means we all have a chance to get out there to rally and show our support.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Catherine.
That being said, there's a tremendous amount of work that needs to get done over the next year and a quarter. I did not see any scenario where I could successfully move this work forward while at the same time seeking re-election.
That is Mayor Ted Wheeler addressing reporters for the first time since he announced he will not be running for a third term. Now, Wheeler talked about some of the progress he's made, including safe rest villages and his priorities moving forward. He added while he's heard plenty of criticism from Portlanders, he feels confident the city is moving in the right direction, though with admittedly a long way to go. And speaking of one of the greatest challenges of Wheeler's tenure, our homeless crisis, today Multnomah County leaders held a key meeting to try to figure out where to send millions in unspent cash. Though, as Blair Best reports, it seems the debate and decision-making was essentially over before it started.
When I finally got the treatment.
In a packed Multnomah County boardroom Thursday morning, a fragile slice of Portland was front and center.
When I finally made it to recovery, I had just survived my 8th overdose.
Within the last month of my addiction, I was in and out of every hospital in the Portland area due to drugs and alcohol.
In emotional testimony, about 40 people asked county commissioners for one thing.
I come here today asking that some of the funds be directed to recovery housing, detox, and treatment.
You have the power to save many lives. It's just a flick of your pen. Please help us.
I hear loud and clear what you are all asking for. And, I think it's going to be really important that as we make these decisions about the SHS funds, we are acting on what we heard.
In total, Multnomah County has more than $100 million unspent dollars meant for the homeless and addiction crisis. Last week, they voted on how to spend $17 million of it. And this week, they're deciding how to spend $62 million more.
First of all, I just want to start off by thanking everyone for continuing to engage in this process of digging.
County Chair Jessica Vega-Peterson is proposing the following: $21 million for more shelter beds in Portland, $12 million for sobering centers and transitional housing, $9 million for rent assistance, $3 million for day centers, $10 million for homelessness prevention projects, and $2 million for homelessness data collection services.
No one should characterize this as a take-it-or-leave-it proposal. This is a collaboration, and I haven't proposed allocating every last dollar.
But there was no collaboration, as the meeting quickly reached a standstill.
I don't think we'll have time to have meaningful interaction about that. So
as commissioners bickered over procedural issues that seem to continually hijack these important discussions. Discussions the chair allocated just 30 minutes for.
We just got your proposal, the night of Tuesday. I didn't even see it till yesterday morning, and then it's out there. That is not a way to have these conversations.
And I just want to echo on the time piece. Yeah. I have some comments and questions, and my comments and questions alone would take the remaining half hour.
Yeah.
So, I think we're going to need more time.
Yeah. Until we as a group figure out what is the process to determine our priorities, I think we're going to be talking in circles, because right now there's no guardrails. We are just all over the place.
This left Commissioner Julia Brim-Edwards with just 6 minutes to share her ideas. Commissioner Shushila Jayapal didn't even get the chance.
So just to my comments. First, I want to say that I'm very supportive of the creation of more shelter beds.
So, Julia, I'm sorry, Commissioner Brim-Edwards, we're over time, and I want to
Thank you for allowing me to share my concerns, and I look forward to the process.
Yeah, and we will.
Blair Best, KGW News.
That'll continue next week. Let's get you caught up on tonight's other headlines now. Thousands of American auto workers who work for the so-called Big Three have now gone on strike. It is the first time in history that members of the United Auto Workers Union are striking against GM, Ford, and Stellantis, the parent company of Chrysler, all at the same time. The initial strikes are limited to about 13,000 workers outside 3 plants, but could expand. The union had been negotiating on contracts with all 3 companies simultaneously. Back here, a security guard has been charged with assault after police say he stabbed a man near a bottle drop. This was early this morning near the Bottle Drop Express on Northeast 122nd. According to court documents, 19-year-old Arturo Troncoso Jr. confronted some people he says were smoking drugs next door. Police say surveillance video shows the group fighting with the guard, but when the victim walks away, the guard runs up behind him and stabs him in the neck. KGW has not independently verified that video. The victim is expected to recover. And in Northwest Portland, a house fire this afternoon appears to have turned fatal. Crews found the body of an adult and the remains of a dog inside a home on Cornelius Pass Road near Skyline. Firefighters say they also faced a big challenge. No hydrants nearby, so they had to shuttle water. No word yet on the cause or if the fatality was caused by the fire. You're watching KGW News, and straight ahead at 11, suing Washington County over an alleged double standard, how a public defender says she was treated at the courthouse. because of her race. Plus, the water bill brouhaha takes another twist. So after some Lafayette families reported their bills quintupled, that is times 5, will the city finally find a way to slow the flow?
You might want to be around water tomorrow. It's going to be another very warm day. We're still in the 70s right now. Over the Oregon coast, a little bit of fog about to form there. Humidity at 94%. We'll have the latest on that. 90 tomorrow is pretty much assured. Warmest day of the rest of the year. Will there be rain next week? We'll let you know.